Today's question by Yuka, Yuka, TCUE student is, why do people want to wait in line when they see a line? Yeah, it's an interesting question. When you see a line, like, oh, I want to get in line. So what are the motivation? Yeah, a lot of people like myself, I'm very, 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 very impatient. So I, I'm I'm not a fan of lines, but some people love them when they see them. Like there's famous places, there's famous stories like Studio 64, I think in wow, I lost the name of the but it's a bar, a famous bar in New York that of course they used to hire people. And that happened in LA too when I lived there. They used to hire people like off-duty actors to stand in line. So by seeing the line, more people would jump in that line. Sorry, wait a minute, I lost my mouse here. Oh, there we go. So yes, so you can see here lots of lines. So if you want more people to visit your restaurant or bar, for example, you might hire people to stand in line to encourage people to come more. But why? Why is that? Why do people enjoy it? So there's many reasons. They might like them. Um, Sometimes they tolerate them. Yeah, but they love them. For example, there's value. So anticipation of value. So whatever you're waiting for, you think, wow, it has a real value to me. For example, the longest I ever heard was an Australian person came to Los Angeles to watch the Star Wars movie in 1999, episode one that was coming out in 1999. He and his friends, I think it was two people with him, he waited 4 weeks in the line to be the first person to get the first ticket for the Star Wars movie in the world. So it was the value of that. Like he's the first in the world, not the first to see the movie because other people saw the movie with him, but the first in the world to buy a ticket for that movie. So he waited in line for that for at least 4 weeks. So and then also the social interaction of other people in line. Some people camp out in line, so they like to chit chat and have fun in line. That also is important. And also the distraction devices, techniques done by the businesses. For example, like trying to think of some off the dome is just right now, is of course Disneyland. They'll play music while you wait. So that helps you distract you. And also some places have a walking escalator underneath you so that you'll actually move you so you don't have to move. That makes time feel less. Also, banks, for example, I was shocked to learn this in college that banks used to always be individual lines, like three tellers have three lines. Grocery stores too used to be like that. Three tellers, three lines. Grocery stores still, I guess, do individual, but if you watch the for example, self-serve, the self-serve one, the self-registers, you wait in a longer line. So that's what banks did. They realized, wait a minute, if we have three people in each line, why don't we just make these nine people wait in a longer line? And it's interesting. Mathematically, you'll wait the same amount of time, but you won't feel like it. I was shocked when I learned this in college. That of course, three people in each line, and if there's three tellers, nine people in the longer line, it's going to wait the same on average. But the nine people, you're moving more. So that's why places like IKEA do this and Costco does this. You're moving more in the longer line. So like the Costco deli, for example. And then, of course, control over their environment. Also, during waits, for example, if they can know how long they're going to wait, if it says like waiting time 10 minutes or 8 minutes, like, or McDonald's now does shows, okay, now these people are cooking or these people are ready their meals. So if they have that kind of control, it helps them wait longer. Also, their framing of their time spent. So if they think it's a framing, so if it's a good structure, so if the customers are engaged in the activity, so for example, using their phones or doing something else, playing a game on their phone, then it's of course the time passes faster. And of course, yeah, time flies when you have fun, they say. And then of course, emotional investment in the experience. For example, if you love a band and you want to buy the T-shirt, like for example, that's what I'm wearing, the Beach Boys today. So I loved their music, especially when I was younger. So when they came to Japan, I waited in the kind of a long line. The waiting to get in the concert was actually easy because I came early, but the line for the T-shirts was quite long, and I waited because I have an emotional investment in this team, or team, this band. So teams as well if you're buying sports stuff. So because of that emotional investment, I didn't mind waiting in the line. So that's why I had a desire to do it. But overall, so that's why people want to wait in lines. But to answer the more specific question, why do they want to wait in line when they see people? It's like I said at the beginning about that bar in New York or bars in LA, is you don't want to miss out FOMO. If you see something like, wow, wait a minute, what are they getting? Is it important? Like you want to see it. Like one time I was in Tokyo and there was a girls band actually that was in the middle of the street. And I don't know who they are. I didn't even know why people were standing there. But me and my American friend were walking by and we're like, why? Why are there so many people waiting here? What are they waiting for? So we didn't know what they're waiting for or who they're waiting for. So we got in line with them. We're like, who's waiting? Who's waiting? When they came out, we're like, oh, and my friend, so I live in Japan, he does it. He's like, do you know them? I'm like, nah, I don't know them. But we waited in line because there was a line. So exactly, it's like, oh, I don't want to miss. It might be somebody famous, somebody I know. It was somebody they knew, but I didn't know. But exactly, because the line existed, I thought, "Whoop, jump in line." So usually I wouldn't do that, but my American friend was curious. So thanks again for watching, and don't forget to share these with your friends and family so more people can learn English and also ask us questions below. Thanks again. See you in the next video.